tower of the public and business Lakhta Center is the symbol of New St Petersburg. It is very spectacular, but the complex wouldn't be so harmonious without the multifunctional building. It's become the second architectural dominant, not vertical, but horizontal. MFB looks like open hands. It is the carefully calculated balance between the vertical and horizontal lines that creates the unique harmony in the architecture of the entire complex. MFB is more complicated structurally than tower. Its northern and southern wings rise to the sky like two waves in the Gulf of Finland. The smooth facades with negative slope angles, the building height changing from 7 to 17 floors, the complex shape of the roof, all conspire to make MFB look as if it was light and airy. But the total weight of all steel structures of MFB is comparable to the weight of an ocean cruise liner at about 24,000 tons. In order to keep a consistent architectural form while offering a variety of functions and interiors on the inside, the architects chose a two-tier facade. The internal one is main. It is oriented vertically. The external facade is decorative, and it has sloping elements that mimic the tower facades. The multifunctional building is more complex than the tower, not just in terms of design. It offers far more functions. There are spaces for various events, sports, recreation, education, restaurants, and cafes. All these zones need maintenance and service. Meanwhile, all transport is hidden underground. There is a logistics passage on floor -1 between the south and north blocks. It is a one-way passage. Trucks drive up to the required terminal where they load or unload, and then they come out from the other side of the MFB. There are no U-turns and no congestion. The passage is large enough to allow for handling of even large goods vehicles. Over the logistics passage, there is the utilities corridor that contains power cables, heating, and water mains. All these are needed to keep the complex operation, but they are hidden from the view. Above the utilities corridor, there is an atrium, a covered courtyard gallery that is the center of the public life of the complex. It is this space that makes the entire complex multifunctional. The roof of the atrium is made from a special film that is dozens of times lighter than glass. Not only is it heat insulating, waterproof, and transparent, it is also super strong. A car could drive on it with no problem. At the butt ends, the atrium is closed off by transparent glass facades that are practically invisible as they have no frames. From the atrium, you can access any functional zone. The north and south blocks are connected by bridges that serve as observation decks. In its southern part, all kinds of the most unusual exhibitions and performances can be organized. And the most spectacular facility in the main pedestrian gallery is the planetarium sphere. It is an 18-meter metal sphere, 3/4 of which are plunged in the glass facade. The sphere is made up of polished stainless steel triangles that are installed in a pipe frame which sits on a load-bearing concrete structure. However, the carefully thought-out design solutions give the impression that the planetarium sphere is floating on air. The planetarium will become part of the Scientific and Educational Center, a modern high-tech space open to the public. Another equally interesting attraction in the MFB is a 500-seat transformable hall. It features lifting platforms that are as wide as one row of seats and as long as the entire hall. The hall can be given any configuration, from classic box seats or amphitheater to a completely flat floor, which means the hall can be used in any kind of capacity. One of the walls of the north block features a media facade designed to match with the architecture of the building, a screen more than 2,000 square meters in area that has a complex shape and consists of large triangular elements. It is part of the exterior. The images shown on it will change color, resolution, brightness, depending on the time of day, season, or events. The complex also includes a health center, a restaurant area, and a small retail gallery. The sports center is not only a gym for doing exercise, it also provides a spectacular view of the Gulf of Finland from the swimming pool. Given this range of capabilities, Lakhta Center will undoubtedly become a new, truly multifunctional center of gravity. It is a whole city where anyone can find something to do, capable of welcoming and wowing up to 1 million St. Petersburg residents and visitors every year.